sold the house, bought a boat, refitted the boat, ready to go sailing.
Nothing, I know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
You're right.
Patrick, you have cooked some amazing meals for us, and I don't know about Steve, I don't know about you, I'm getting a little hungry, and I'm just wondering, do you have some good plans for dinner tonight?
Of course, you know, I
it.
have daily plans
Yes.
for dinner of some food, delicious food. So I prepared something.
Yes.
I prepared some eggplant in the oven because if I want to cook and, you know, using the oven and the stove, it doesn't really work together. So I prepared something that I could just like use as an ingredient for something delicious.
Oh, I love
tonight.
eggplant.
And it's gonna be something with rice because we haven't had rice yet.
Yeah, no, that would be good. And you always, the presentation of your meals is excellent. They look very pretty. Yes.
As we said before, I shouldn't really put down my meals. Okay,
Yeah.
it could be better, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, our viewers are asking about you. So,
What are they asking?
they just want to know a little bit about you, like maybe where you're from and maybe what made you decide to be a crew member.
Okay, so I'm from Europe, Slovakia, and I love being on water. I love boats, love water life, vessels, sailing, anything like that. And even though I don't have much experience with being a crew, I want to gain some.
Yes.
And basically, it's just following my dream, following my soul.
It's cool.
Where it's calling me.
So we're very glad our paths have crossed.
Yes, me too,
Yeah.
actually.
And we're very glad that our path with Ian did not cross.
Ah, yes, likewise.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're cutting our trip short, so sorry about that. But hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yes, exactly.
Yes?
I'm actually hoping you're gonna miss my food, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
will want me on the board again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Our engine seems to check out pretty well. However, this joint here, the exhaust riser comes into the engine. And of course goes down to a water lift muffler, kind of back there. Happens to be loose. So this doesn't really have a hose clamp on it. It's some kind of fiberglass tube that connects to the engine, and somehow it's come loose. At least temporarily, I'm going to try to wrap some exhaust tape around it, and to keep it from fraying, added a little super glue, which appears to be good till 300-400 degrees, and then I'm going to cut it on the glue line. Cutting down the middle of my super glue line, maybe. There we go. No fray. A little string there. I don't know what that is. Okay. I've added a hose clamp, but not to clamp the fiberglass onto that fitting on the engine, but to keep the exhaust tape in place. Turns out it was a little harder than I thought to wrap this cloth high temperature. It's not tape, it's cloth around it. Tighten the hose clamp a little, and voila.
Today we are celebrating that the removal of barnacles from the prop solved our issue.
Yeah, when we got kicked out of one marina, Sorry, I'm talking and eating. When we got kicked out of one marina, I was able to bring the boat up to 2,400 RPM, which it ends up being about top of what we can do. I don't know if Rover propped a little, Redline's 2,800, or maybe the tack's off a little bit or something. But I was thrilled being able to bring it up to full speed. It turned out the diver was right. There were so many barnacles on the bottom and on the propeller that actually cut about 600 RPM off of our, our top end. So we're thrilled.
And, from the last episode, we were waiting for a mechanic, and the mechanic did come, and he said everything looked good. So
yeah, he checked out everything. So we're celebrating with an olive. It's a Kalamata olive.
I'm having another one. They're good.
Me too. Delicious. Well, what do you think of this hurricane?
I am very happy that Ian decided not to dance with us directly and has kind of skirted around us, but we're getting some pretty heavy winds. No rain yet.
We're getting 30 knot gusts. I keep trying to get it on video, because it's fluctuating between 20 and like 31, 32.
We've got our bimini all nice and tight here. It's helping with the wind, makes it really kind of toasty.
Well, I like it nice and tight.
Yeah, I know.
And it'll soon be wet and with the rain and nice and tight.
Can't wait.
Got a little colder, hasn't it?
It has.
Yes. So it's not real cold, but it's like in the mid 60s or something. But when the wind's blowing 20 or 30.
And the sun's not out.
Yeah.
A lot of cloud cover.
So we added a few straps on our pseudo full enclosure here. and it has helped. And I say pseudo because we still can't figure out how all this canvas goes. We managed to get all the windows in, and it's got strata glass and stuff like that. It's fairly fresh, but we're still learning.
And we still have some extra pieces down below. We're not exactly sure how they go or how they connect. It seems like we have either all of the female snaps on the same side, or all does seem like they match up. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe we'll just chunk this sunbrella bimini and have a hard top built for it.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Be nice to have a true pilot house. We'd have the wheel, and of course put some sort of flat glass with windshield washer wipers on it.
Yeah, we could have some fans.
Yeah.
Fans that are in the ceiling and not, where I'm going to run into them.
Are you cold?
Yes.
Guess how I can tell.
Yeah, I have an idea.
So as we were talking about, we're hunkered down here. It's not bad yet. So,
we're not totally out of the woods yet. So,
but
so far so good, knock on wood.
Yeah, it's a lot better being here than out in the Atlantic somewhere, that's for sure.
So here we are after Ian has gone pretty much away from us, and we just feel very lucky because it skirted around us, and we got some wind and we got some rain, but that's pretty much all.
Yeah, we were hunkered down here in Savannah, outside of Savannah. Found a transient slip that would let us come in. We thought we'd ride it out here. Of course, the hurricane ended up hitting central South Florida, going out to the ocean, bypassing Savannah, and it's headed toward Charleston.
So we really lucked out, and we feel so very sorry for those folks that had a direct hit with Ian. That was a big storm, and it's pretty devastating, the areas that it touched.
Yeah, of course, terrible thing. There's, I guess, some loss of life. Of course, property damage. We've seen pictures of some of the marinas and the destruction to the boat. So, of course, we feel very sorry for those folks.
Yeah. Our hearts go out to them. So we really were very lucky.
Yes, overall, we were in Port Canaveral for a while. That kind of took some of the hurricane, I guess. Went to southern Georgia, then decided to sail to Annapolis. Got as far as Savannah, and of course, our routing service was tracking the hurricane and our whereabouts, and they kind of advised us to hunker down in Savannah. So we did that. When they say jump, I say how high.
Yeah, they actually called us a couple of times,
right.
Just making sure that we were taking their advice, I guess.
Because,
it's nice.
Right, for a while we weren't even sure if we could get any kind of transient slip, or we'd have to be out anchored a bit. So we're glad we're not out anchored or in the North Atlantic where we like to sail. So maybe our plans have maybe changed a little bit, because we were going to Annapolis. Of course, we're going to the boat show there. But we lost time waiting for a mechanic to come in when we were having what we thought was an engine problem. It turned out to be barnacles on our bottom and propeller. And then we've hunkered down here for several days, such that if we leave here, by the time we get to Annapolis, we have concern about, finding a decent anchorage or mooring there, because it'd be so close to the boat show. We are going to the boat show.
We're definitely going to the boat show. We're just not sure how we're getting there.
Right. We may fly up. Yeah, we're going to hitchhike. So, so our plans have changed. Call us wimps, if you will. We're safe wimps. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to prefer calling it safety-minded. So we'll see. But anyway, we'll get there one way or the other. Probably go back south first.
Yeah, we may head back south after here, and then hang out for a bit, and then go to the boat show. So stay tuned. Don't call us wimps, even if we are.
Everything I used to be seems to have disappeared so fast. Like time is playing tricks on me. Like my present now is my past.